In today's Your Healthy Family, I'm following up on yesterday's story as part of Stroke Awareness Month when I hit the streets and found that in about 30 minutes of randomly talking with people, well, I found a fair representation of what UC Health found in El Paso County in April when they surveyed 200 people on the signs of a stroke. The bottom line is a lot more people need to know them. The survey found 8% of people said they didn't know any signs of a stroke. 25% of people could correctly identify speech difficulty, 15% correctly identified facial drooping, and only 6% correctly identified arm weakness. Only 2% of people surveyed out of the 200 knew what FAST stands for in terms of a stroke. Doctors say no matter how good the available stroke care is, even at a comprehensive stroke center like UC Health Memorial in Colorado Springs, time remains the most critical element when it comes to successful stroke treatment. If people don't quickly recognize their stroke symptoms and call 911, outcomes will not be up to the level of the potential of the care and resources available.
We have an outrageously great emergency medical service, and they're really very good. We have an amazing emergency room, and they've got their act together. We have neurology that is on top of things. We have intervention. We do an amazing job. The second you hit the door, this is seamless. But nobody in the community knows about what the signs of stroke are. People don't get back to normal because in the end they never get the attention that they need because they didn't know they needed it.
When asked about how to get medical attention for a stroke, time to call 911, the survey found that 41% of respondents who had had a stroke or had a loved one suffer a stroke were transported to the hospital by private vehicle. Of that 41%, 36% had a family member drive them. 5% drove themselves. When anyone is suffering the signs of a stroke, they should call 911 immediately. Even if they live across the street or around the corner from the hospital, they should never drive themselves to the emergency room.
Time is brain, and in that regard, everybody needs to bring their game up. Right. We can be as good as we want to be. We can have a seamless system. We can be as perfect a partner as can possibly be, but if the community doesn't know, we can't help.
In my conversations on the street asking people if they knew the warning signs of a stroke, many were quick to list the common signs of a heart attack.
I would say pain in the chest.
Maybe too much palpitation in the heart.
Doctors say the push years ago to raise awareness of the signs of a heart attack have successfully educated people not to ignore them and get medical attention. Neurologists say the current push on education needs to be to help the general public understand that a stroke is like a brain attack.
Think back 20 years, right? 20 years ago, you had chest pain. What'd you do? You told, Grandpa's going to go lay down because he's got some indigestion. He doesn't feel good. Right. Well, by the time you figured it out, it was too late. Today, 20 years later, anybody with any kind of chest pain, they're in the emergency room and they're getting EKGs and they're getting worked up. Stroke needs to be there. And one of the biggest challenges I think that we face is not in the technical aspect, which is fascinating. The hardest part is education, outreach, letting people know these are the things to look for. So the whole be fast, call 911, don't think twice, get attention.
The symptoms should not be ignored. When they strike, it's time to call 911.
You lose a lot of brain cells up there in a very short matter of time, and oftentimes people get to us and we can't do anything safely, and they miss the window. Yeah. So that's the big push. Brain attack, treat it like a heart attack. People know what to do. Call 911. Get in here ASAP.
For Your Healthy Family, I'm Ira Cronin. For more health stories, head to yourhealthyfamily.com.